Hello, and welcome to How to Navigate the In-Person Career Fair. We'll start with the purpose of career fairs. There are several. To introduce students to future career paths, occupations, and organizations just by meeting with various representatives from companies and organizations in attendance. Meet employers that are actively recruiting. They have openings or they anticipate openings to present an opportunity for professional networking with those in attendance. To gain information about your industry, it may help you clarify your career goals as you gather additional details from hiring managers. It may help you determine what specifically are my career goals in this particular field. It could also introduce you to opportunities such as full-time, part-time, co-op, or internship opportunities that exist with various organizations, and to gain information about the hiring process. You're there in conversation with the recruiter, and they can give you information on the specific steps involved in getting hired by the organization. You can learn more about job requirements that are necessary for the position, and it allows you to talk with hiring managers face to face in the moment. And one of the most important components of this is there is the ability to meet face to face, to learn, to converse, to ask questions with that hiring manager or recruiter in the moment. So let's talk a little bit about getting started. First of all, how do I know what employers are looking for is one thing I want to cover, and then what am I looking for? So beyond the job posting, and the job posting is critical. The job posting identifies and describes the ideal candidate. It's stating what they're seeking in a candidate. So that job description is really important. Go beyond the title and go beyond the salary and really study the details of the position to understand what the employers are seeking. I guarantee you that will help you with your cover letter, with your resume, with interviews, and with discussions at career fairs. I'd also submit that the NACE career readiness competencies are quite helpful in considering what employers want in all industries, not just specific industries. So these resulted from a study, or actually an ongoing study of employers. And it identifies major areas or major competencies that employers are wanting from college educated students so that they'll be successful in the workplace and in their lifelong careers. So there's 8 major competencies, and you see them listed there: career and self-development, communication skills, critical thinking skills, valuing equity and inclusion, leadership, professionalism, teamwork, and technology. And here you see a description of each one of these. I would encourage you to go to naceweb.org, Career Readiness Competencies, to read more about the specific areas that employers are seeking in college graduates. The other thing is knowing yourself. And so it's a time to reflect, what is your dream job? What do you enjoy doing? What do you not enjoy doing? What are your skills and abilities? What makes you happy? And what do you value in a company? I think these are really important questions for you to consider. I often work with students that have 2 job offers, and maybe one has a higher salary, one has a lower salary. And so there's some analysis that has to go there. One might have more perks, one might have a different culture, a more pleasing culture to that graduate. So there's a lot of values assessment when it comes to picking a job and deciding on a job. So I think these are good questions for reflection as you start the process of job searching. How do you access the career fair? So you've decided you're going to attend, you've heard about it, or you're on Handshake looking at events, and you want to register for the career fair. So all of this is managed through Handshake. If you don't have a Handshake account as a UT Dallas student, you have one. You just have to activate it by going to Handshake. You'll log on. You'll click on events. And from events, you'll click on career up in the top left. Then you'll see the list of all the events and you sign up or you click on the event that you want to register for. In the top right-hand corner, you'll see a register button, and that allows you to register for the event. You'll get an email confirming it. And once you go to that site, you'll be able to see all the companies and organizations that will be at the career fair in attendance. So I wanted to provide some tips for the in-person career fair, and I liked an article, 8 Ways to Stand Out in the Career Fair. It's written by Laura Caton, who's in a recruiting firm or professional development company. And she talked about the importance of identifying organizations that will be there. Well, Handshake makes that easy, as I just described. So you'll go to Handshake, you can see all the organizations that will be there in attendance. But this allows you to do some research ahead of time. You can go to the website of the company and learn more about the mission of the organization, the culture, the people, the organizational chart, all kinds of information from that company. So research the companies and research their representatives. And if you can identify people that will be in attendance, you can also go to LinkedIn and read more about them and look for commonalities or things to comment on when you meet them in person. So here is an example of what you'll see. This is a company that may be in attendance, so we get some information about this company, and contact information, phone and email. So this is valuable information as you plan to attend the career fair, knowing that this company will be there. So do your research, learn more about the companies, learn more about the representatives that will be there. From there, create a list of questions that are on your mind for specific companies and recruiters. Remember, this is a really unique opportunity to be face to face with the hiring manager or recruiter from a company that you're interested in working for. So again, look at their website, explore their website. What's their mission? What's their vision? What are some major accomplishments that the organization has obtained lately? You can also look at LinkedIn. Glassdoor is on the search of Glassdoor, also provides information about the company, the culture, and the people. The McDermott Library has employer databases. BuzzFile, if you go to the University Career Center resource page, you'll see BuzzFile, which houses a lot of information about organizations, and then other specific things, friends, family, your personal network, and other resources such as that. Next, preparation is the key. So as you attend, you're going to have your resume available to hand out to recruiters. So make sure that it looks good. Make sure you feel good about it. Make sure it's the best document it can be. I highly recommend that you have it reviewed by a career services professional, such as a career consultant here in the University Career Center. Next, create an elevator pitch and practice it, memorize it. This is, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but it is a 60-second to 2-minute introduction, a very to the point introduction, very brief. that you should practice ahead of time and actually memorize. We'll also talk about dress, and we're talking dress for interviewing. Even though it's a career fair, you are meeting professionals in the field, so you want to look at your best. So you want to dress for as you would for an interview or a professional environment. So for the resume critique, there's two options. You can do a virtual appointment with a career consultant. A one-on-one appointments are through Handshake, and generally those appointments are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. If you need more information, you can email careercenter@utdallas.edu. On the left, oftentimes before a career fair, we have a resume critique workshop. You'll see that listed in Handshake, and that's an opportunity for you to sign up. And it's 15-minute appointments where you can quickly have your resume reviewed. And we do generally do that over a course of a day or two, with many, many appointments available just for in preparation of the career fair. Now, more tips. What do you need to take to the career fair? Well, we recommend maybe a small purse or a backpack or a folder, a portfolio perhaps, where you can store copies of your resume, paper copies of your resume. We recommend about 20 that you would take. You also need a pen and a notepad in case you want to jot down any notes or input any information. Maybe you meet a recruiter and you want to jot down their contact information. I suppose now with the technology, a lot of people put that information in their phone. So I don't see anything wrong with taking your phone and inputting information in the moment there, if that's your preferred way to store material. However, you want to be mobile and you want to keep your hands free for plenty of greeting of employers. So you don't want to have large bags or anything like that. You're going to be on your feet. You're going to be moving from table to table. So something lightweight that doesn't weight you down and cause you problems carrying it. Again, in regards to the dress, it is professional dress. It's essential. This is a professional environment, like a professional meeting. And you are interviewing there via informal meetings with recruiters and hiring managers. So dress appropriately. You might consider comfortable shoes. You will be on your feet, perhaps for a couple of hours. You'll be moving from table to table. So make sure that you have comfortable shoes that you can tolerate for a couple of hours. So interview attire should look like this. Professional, there's something about dressing professionally that makes you feel more confident. So here you see a variety of business suits, neutral colors, generally blues and grays or khakis. There's not a lot of, wild colors or anything like that. The ties are very neutral. So generally a very professional, business-oriented look. So neutral colors, business suits, coats versus, so this would be appropriate. This would be inappropriate. In the same way for males, we see nice gray, dark suit, neutral colored tie with a white shirt versus something more trendy. So another tip is don't be shy during the event. This is critical. You really have to put yourself out there. It's your opportunity to connect. It's finite. There's a limited amount of time that you're going to have access to this hiring manager. What a great opportunity it is to have so many hiring managers in one room. And so it's not the time to be shy. It's the time to put yourself out there and to communicate. So as you go to each table, you need to be prepared to say something. And to exude confidence and friendliness with this hiring manager. So start by introducing yourself, smile, make eye contact, and a firm handshake if you're comfortable with handshaking. Also, you need to deliver an elevator pitch, and that's that the origin of that word is if you got on an elevator and you had to make a pitch for a product or sales, and you only had a limited amount of time, say from floor number 1 to floor number 10, you have 30 seconds to make a pitch. So that's kind of where the term originated. So when you introduce yourself, the recruiter may very likely say something like, tell me about yourself. Well, we want to have a prepared statement, a short statement, 30 seconds to 2 minutes, that talk about our goals, strengths, accomplishments, and the position that we're seeking. This introduction should be tailored or specific to the position. And you want to showcase your personality by being friendly and outgoing, but still being highly professional. So you could start out by who you are and what you do. Then you could go into your current work or leadership or volunteer or research experience or academic experience. Is kind of your choice what you want to highlight. You could talk about your skills and accomplishments, goals of what you're interested in doing, and what you're wanting. So it might read something like, my name is blank, and I am a sophomore pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree in computer science at the University of Texas at Dallas. I have experience in, and you might list your coursework or certain skills that you have gained on campus. I'm involved in, and maybe you say certain student organizations, or you're involved in professional groups. My strongest skills are, and you list some technical skills perhaps, or you might say some of my accomplishments include. You can say I'm interested in, and I'm currently looking for a internship and wish to start in the fall, or something similar to that. So that is a good basic script. You can Google elevator pitch, and you'll see all kinds of various scripts that you might want to use. But generally, these are the major elements of an elevator pitch. So be prepared for that. There's practice questions, so definitely be prepared for tell me about yourself. And you've got the elevator pitch. You may choose to consider, a little bit about your past, accomplishments. I'm sorry, a little bit about the present, your current role, accomplishments, maybe a little bit about the past, and a little bit about the future, what you're looking to do. It's kind of this tell me about yourself is really asking, why are you here? Why did you attend this fair might be another way of looking at this. Why are you here, and why are you talking to me as a representative of, X company? Some other questions that you should definitely consider in the interview or even in the moment. Why should we hire you? And so have a couple of major points and major accomplishments or things that you could offer the company. Remember, put yourselves in the shoes of the hiring manager. What can you offer them? Why are you interested in their company? So be able to talk a little bit about major facts concerning the company. Maybe they're a leader. Maybe they're known for their innovation. Maybe they're known for being a top company in the DFW area year in and year out in regards to employer happiness and satisfaction. What do you know about the company? So research the company. They might ask you to tell them about your professional goals and what you hope to accomplish. And then, do you have any questions for me? So I would prepare a list of questions ahead of time that you want to ask this particular employee about the job, the role, the company, the culture, whatever's important to you, but have some prepared questions just in case. So remember to hand your resume to the recruiter during your elevator pitch, and do that before any interruptions or distractions occur. Generally, when we first meet someone and we're shaking hands, we have their full attention. So at that point, that's a good time to begin your elevator pitch and to also hand them your resume. And the idea is that they will, in the moment, be able to connect your name with your face. They see the your written name. They're able to scan your resume in the moment before any other potential distractions occur. Ask relevant questions and inquire about next steps in the recruiting process. So you've had a discussion. One of your questions should be, what are the next steps in the recruiting process? You might even consider offering to visit the recruiter in person or setting up a virtual meeting in Teams as kind of a next steps. When the conversation's about to end, make sure you thank the recruiter for their time and for coming over to the university. Ask for their business card. And this is helpful. It's a reminder of who you met with. You have their name and how it's spelled. And you also have their contact information, such as an email. And that's going to be helpful when you write your thank you note. So when the event's over, within a day or two, don't wait too long, be sure and send a personalized thank you note. Now, this could be a paper note that's mailed, or it could be emailed. Obviously, email's a little quicker and a little more efficient. But there's also paper thank you notes also. So be sure to send that. And also, you can always connect on LinkedIn. You can find the recruiter on LinkedIn and send them a personalized message in addition to the thank you. If the recruiter provided specific instructions for you about the application process, be sure and follow them. Don't wait too long. If they say this application's open, I've enjoyed meeting you. I think you could be a good fit. We would sure like to meet with you. Then go to the application portal and fill it out. Don't wait. The sooner the better. Finally, even if there's not a current opening at the company, stay in touch with this recruiter, connect with them on LinkedIn, and you might even want to consider an informational interview to stay in touch with this employer. And we have a handout associated with this PowerPoint, and you can see a link on there concerning informational interviewing. So the day of the fair, here's some do's. Definitely dress professionally. In a way, these are mini interviews. Each recruiter you meet with, you're providing a first impression. And so dress professionally to really provide a professional first image. Bring plenty of resumes. We recommended 20 paper copies. Hand them out. And take notes. Have something to take notes on, pen and paper, or maybe your phone. Check your schedule, who you want to meet with. You may have specific times that you're meeting with particular recruiters. Be on time for their career fair. Remember, it takes a while to, when we have a career fair, there's a check-in process. So we generally open the doors at a certain time. You'll need your ID card, your UTD ID card to check in. Sometimes there's a line. So get there early, before the doors open, get in line, be prepared to swipe your ID card and to get your name badge, and then you'll be all set. But I do recommend arriving early just because it may take a little bit of time to get in. Some don'ts. Don't wait to the last minute to plan and make your schedule. If you have an appointment with an employer, Don't bail on the employer. That's a great way to burn bridges. So be sure to come to their table a few minutes before the appointment time. Don't be shy. This is not the time or place to be shy. This is the time to really put yourself out there and engage in conversation and share with employers what you have to offer. And don't forget to follow up. That's really important. The thank yous. Well, first of all, asking them, about the follow up. Thank you, emails or notes, LinkedIn connections. Um, I would recommend that you ask the recruiter, what's the best way to follow up on this position? Or what's the best way for me to follow up with you about this position? It's okay to ask that. Identify the employers of interest. So at the end of the day, identify those that you really, really are interested in. Again, send that thank you email, connect with them on LinkedIn, find and apply for open jobs and internships at that organization. And remember to check Handshake. The employer may be visiting campus. They may be having virtual meetings on campus. And all that's available on Handshake, and you can search that employer. And they may be having on-campus interviews also individually. So remember to check Handshake, keep an eye out for career fairs throughout the year. We offer several and employer events also, as I just mentioned. So we highly encourage you to meet with a career consultant, again, about your resume, cover letters, interviewing skills, coaching or preparing for a in-person or virtual career fair. The Career Center is here to help you. We have 5 career consultants that are assigned to various schools, so they're experts in careers in their particular schools. We do a variety of services for students at the university. Again, crafting cover letters, resumes, mock interviews, negotiating skills, LinkedIn reviews, on and on and on. So please take advantage of this opportunity. The University Career Center representatives are here for you, and you would make an appointment through Handshake. You have a Handshake account. All students enrolled at UT Dallas have a Handshake account. You just need to activate your account if you haven't. So you'll join Handshake. And to make an appointment, you'll click on Career Center in the top right, and then you'll see a link for appointments. And then you would click on Schedule a New Appointment. You'll see a variety of categories and appointment types. Identify the one that best suits your needs and click on it. And then you'll see options for dates and times. And just select the best date and time that works for you. So thank you for attending this. If you have any questions at all, our email address is careercenter@UT Dallas, and I wish you the best of luck in your career journey.